Wallace says this isn't just an issue in his neighborhood, but if you take a look at this, you can see it's an issue all across Columbus. Now, if you look just behind me, you can see a massive tree debris pile, and it isn't the only one of its kind here in Ellerslie Park. Today's games included special guest forward pitcher Tim Hudson to help carry the torch to symbolize the beginning of events. Several parents in the surrounding area have been arrested due to truancy. I'm Erin Wise on your side. Coming up, see how the Sumter County Board of Education is keeping students in class. Lee County Special Olympics held their 50th annual track and field meet today at Smith Station High School. The athletes ranged from 8 to 60 years old, and they participated in an array of events from shot put and javelin to walks, runs, and relay races.
The excitement is here. The athletes are so excited. They've worked so hard for this event for their entire school year, and they look so forward to it. That the energy out here is incredible. I'm so proud of them. They work really hard. The teachers and the parapros and the coaches that help them in the schools work really hard throughout the year to get them ready for these events.
Kaufman says there's nothing like seeing the athletes participate and succeed in their events despite a disability. She also says that this event encourages community inclusion and support, which is essential to the well-being and happiness of the athletes. Today's games included special guest forward pitcher Tim Hudson to help carry the torch to symbolize the beginning of events.
Just being a part of it and seeing the happiness and the smiles that you can put on their faces and their families' faces is something that, makes all the work that much, it just makes it worth it. And there's a satisfaction that comes along with that. It's just, it's hard to explain.
After the conclusion of events today, athletes will be chosen to attend the state games through a lottery system. Those games will be held from May 17th to the 19th at Troy University. Multiple agencies in Columbus are experiencing critical shortages in staffing, and among those agencies of notice is the police department. CPD currently has 86 positions available for patrol officers. Assistant Chief of Police Gil Sluchek said that current officers barely have time to eat because they attend to so many calls. The officers are also patrolling 2 beats instead of 1.
Like I said, our main purpose is to answer the 911 calls. We are the ones that, when you pick up the phone and call 911, we send our people to you. So to have these positions filled, to have officers to be able to answer 911 calls and respond in a timely manner is very important.
Not only is the CPD experiencing shortages of manpower, but also the Muskogee County Sheriff's Department as well. The Sheriff's Department is in need of 19 deputies and 19 correctional officers. Muskogee County Sheriff Donna Tompkins explains what the department is looking for in future employees.
We want energetic, compassionate, honest, hardworking people. And, that's what we're looking for. And I think there's a lot of people that possess those qualities. They just may never have thought about doing this for a living, and we would just encourage them to apply.
Tompkins also said that this is not a Columbus, Georgia issue, but an issue worldwide. Reporting on your side from Columbus, Erin Wise, WRBL News 3. On the 1-month anniversary of the dangerous March 3rd tornado outbreak, the community of Ellerslie and other areas of Harris County are still trying to mend what the storm tore apart.
A lot of blue roofs right now, blue tarps. There's a lot of construction going on, a lot of repairs going on.
Davis says that citizens of Harris County are able to get Small Business Association loans to help with the recovery process, but were not awarded federal assistance. Now, if you look just behind me, you can see a massive tree debris pile, and it isn't the only one of its kind here in Ellerslie Park. According to County Manager Randy Dowling, there was a huge effort to clean up the immense amount of tree damage in the county, but the debris could only be transported so far.
And we needed a place to dispose of all the collected storm debris. And the nearest place was Ellerslie Park. So that became the storm disposal area.
The Friday before the storm, the park completed a new playground and was at the time scheduled to open in early April. That date has since been pushed back due to the damages the park sustained and the debris disposal. Reporting on your side from Ellerslie, Georgia, Erin Wise, WRBL News 3. In a developing story, some Columbus residents have witnessed coyotes in the area, and one of those sightings has ended in the death of a beloved animal. One News 3 viewer says she saw a coyote come into her yard and attack her small dog, leaving her with no choice but to put the animal down. We spoke with the owner of Jared's Pest Control and the city's tracking expert, Jared Yazenchuk, about coyote migration patterns and behaviors.
Really random, they're everywhere. So the coyote, when someone sees a sighting, most likely they're not going to see it again, maybe once or twice. If you see them more than once or twice, then they have some food source there that they're hanging around at. So you just want to be careful with your animals, small animals outside. Just be careful with them and just keep an eye on them. I tell everybody when it rains, look for the tracks. You know, if you see raccoon tracks, fox tracks, coyote tracks, you can see them in your yard.
Yazenchuk says the amount of coyotes in the area and the number of calls they have received are currently normal. Director of Public Works Pat Beegler has instructions to help citizens keep coyotes away and what to do when encountering them.
Don't leave out food, bring your pets in, and call 311. Also observe their behavior a little bit so that if they're acting pretty weird, you can let us know, and that means that the animal control officer will be a little bit more prepared when they start dealing with trying to capture them.
Beegler's most important piece of advice for citizens is to try not to approach the wild animals at all and wait for professionals to arrive. A project that strives to promote community involvement is being introduced to the Columbus area this summer. The Columbus Botanical Gardens will be an official site for a national citizen science project called Caterpillars Count. The project seeks to measure the amount of caterpillars, butterflies, and other insects in the area. Ellen Lane, Children's Education Coordinator for the Botanical Gardens, says it's important to study these bugs because they help us understand the effects of climate change on the environment and migratory patterns of other animals like birds.
It's just a good opportunity to have Columbus citizens participate in a citizen science project, to have a chance to contribute data to something that's going to help researchers and scientists and all over. And we also think it's a good experience for us to get new people out to the gardens. We've got lots going on out here. It's beautiful.
Lane says that all ages are welcomed and encouraged to participate in the project. For more information, you can visit WRBL.com. Retired Sergeant First Class and Medal of Honor recipient Melvin Morris was the guest speaker at Fort Benning this morning for the Black Migration's Black History Month program. Morris spoke to soldiers about his time in the military and the struggles he faced due to racial inequalities. Morris had a special message to young African Americans who are thinking about joining the military.
Try to achieve what you think is impossible. You go for it, and you do the best. If you go into the military, love it though, and you'll do well. But it's better than create a legacy for your life, and the military can help you do that. Whatever you do, try to do the best and try to get to the top. Don't stay at the bottom.
Morris received his Medal of Honor in 2014, nearly 40 years after his valiant efforts in the Vietnam War.